You're welcome. You're welcome. We in the last session we really talk about. I really want to be fast here because of I needed to rest from now. So we'll talk about the this talking about that touch on engulfing, introduction to engulfing, and maybe we quickly rush into the pattern and how do you use it? How do you use it to mark your zone? How do you use it to mark your level? We are going to use that's with the uses of engulfing. You are going to use engulfing to mark the zone you are going to trade for, because you must have a zone which you are where you are going to where you want price to tap into. You want price to tap into and as a takeoff level. Yeah, and when it's retesting to it. So you're going to use engulfing in that sense. And again, you are still going to use engulfing for your entry confirmation. You use engulfing. There are two uses, particularly important and significant uses for engulfing in this scenario. The first one is that you use it as what to mark out a zone, and you also use it to confirm an entry. You use it to confirm an entry. Use engulfing to confirm an entry. Those are the two uses, to confirm an entry and to confirm your setup or mark your zone. So that is why it is significant in SNR. Yeah. It helps you to put in view that okay, price will likely come to this big. Despite that, because engulfing itself has an SNR within. Engulfing itself have an inside a SNR embedded in it. You know, this is engulfing, right? So here now will not be its own a kind of SNR here. This is a bearish engulfing. This is an SNR. So engulfing that's why it is significant. And if you combine the two engulfing together, you see that they give you a pin bar. So that's why engulfing is a very powerful, it's a powerful signal, because it completely indicates a price rejection. So one guy going up, another one covers top. That's a price rejection. Like a pin bar. If you combine the two engulfing together, it will give you a pin bar. I've done that in the past, talk about the collapsing candlestick. If you collapse this candlestick together, it will give you a pin bar. Like for example, this is an engulfing, right? If you collapse, this is the open, this is the close. It is closed downward. So this is open, this is closed. So if you combine this together, it will give you a pin bar. So that's why engulfing is used as a price rejection bar, as a price rejection pattern. So we have done the pattern of engulfing, and we've seen the significance of it, and what do we use it for? We say we use it to mark a zone. It can also be used as a confirmation of entry and a setup, right? So that when price is retesting to that zone, it's going to give you a new direction. So we talk about the hidden engulfing. That is more, that has an expressive feature than the rest categories of engulfing. This one, you must pay attention to this. Anytime you see this in your chart, if you see this gap in your chart and you refine it lower, it will give the engulfing. So that means a higher time frame gap or a higher time frame a pattern like this will give you a lower time frame engulfing. That is a simple form. Yeah. So note that, please. Note that. So when you are trading, when you see this along your trading, you take note of it immediately, because price is going to react. But if you don't refine your trade, you only stay in one particular time frame, price will take you out. Please note that. And this is where you're going to use to enter your trade newly when price pull back into this area, so that you don't just enter it from a breakout point just for the sake of entry. So because this has this you see the hidden engulfing here, and price tap into it, then it comes down. So for this guy, King Sofan, he uses his own this in another way of trading it. You combine what they call sideways, you know, that you must wait for sideways. You have a coffee here leaving the zone. This is an impulse for him. This is an impulse. Then we have a sideway. Then when price tap into the zone, you must see another sideway, a kind of range. And at the end of range, inside that range, you must have a engulfing. You must have a engulfing. Inside that range, once you locate and identify your engulfing, it is this your engulfing that will give you the entry confirmation. Because when price tap into it, like this place now, you can see price tap into it within this high time frames, within this engulfing zone, price tap into it. And what happens? It comes down. This is step index. You go fast so much. You drop down so much. Yeah. So whenever you see your this is the dry part of it. But I'm just giving you a kind of information here that's meant for the VIP session. But then, anyhow, so when price tap into it, this is an engulfing zone, right? This is daily engulfing, right? Then you wait for this is sideway. According to King Sofan, or I think it's Sofan that treated it like this. According to him, he said you wait for after you see this impulse that leaves this zone, right? And you see a sideway. That means price is going to break downward because of what? Because there's a gulf in here. Can you see it? So he give you confidence that this price is coming to this zone. So we start when you are going to get two sideways. One at the top of this this after leaving the zone, impulse. You can see where I put my this in here. Impulse sideways, impulse, another impulse here comes down. Then you step into this zone with another sideways, which is range 2. Then we have a engulfing breakout that will give you your final trade confirmation. This is the simple logic. You follow this simple line of action. You wait for impulse. Impulse, what is impulse? A kind of move, a price movement, a big move out of this zone. See the engulfing here. You mark the engulfing out. You mark the if you don't know how to mark engulfing, if you don't know how to mark your engulfing, where I put it, you see. Okay, yeah, this is where I put it. You must know how to mark your engulfing. For me, I don't mark. Some people mark outside this here. No, for me, I mark the candlestick that it covers. You mark the candlestick. If the mark candlestick here has a long range body, you mark the body this week here. You mark it because if you have a long range this year, you got to mark the entire range. It may give you a kind of a distance. You know, you are going to put your stop loss below here, and you must price tap into it. You can imagine the huge distance. But if you mark the about half of it, maybe like if let me see one I can give you. So you mark the opening, not the top of the wick. If you have a long range now, but if you have a very small body, this that is engulfed, you mark both the wick, the high and the low. You mark it out, right? So the reason why I'm saying you must be so that you don't have a very huge, you know, a kind of this in draw your stop loss. So if you see this, you leave it as it is. But if you have a very long body, this is then another one will come and cover it up. You are going to mark only the half of it. You can mark half of the high and the low. You mark half. That is the middle to the bottom. The middle to the bottom. The middle to the bottom. I'm giving you first class information now. Please be attentive. It's going to save you from, you know, getting a very high stuff. So you mark it. Some people may refine it to a lower DC. Yeah. So that when you mark it there, you have a very, very low DC. And again, if you have it in a daily, go down to 2 times lower, you know, like 4 hours. You go down to 4 hours, you'll be able to see this is very small, very low. But inside the sideway that taps into your this, you must have an engulfing. You must identify an engulfing. It is when you identify this engulfing, you are going to look at the price that will tap back into it to take action. That is what they call a confirmation entry. For risk entry is when the price leaves the zone and does not go back. It doesn't tap back into the engulfing inside the zone. It is when price leaves the zone, like for risk entry. But for confirmation, you want to confirm very well. You must wait for when you see another engulfing inside this zone, within this zone, you wait for a price to retest it. Either with maybe like your SNR or thereabout. But if you want to trade engulfing low, it's very powerful. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, very, very powerful. This guy, King Song, he show us this how he I think $10 to $200,000, $150,000. You can imagine in 6 months, 3 months or 6 months. Yeah, it's really replicating that. Yeah, so powerful. Engulf is so powerful. Then for this woman to engulf Ihana, engulf is, I have a lot of about 3 of them that really, you know, simplify this very well. So pay attention to it very well. If you don't know, if you can do engulfing alone, if you don't want to do SNR, or maybe you think, okay, it's complicated, or if you want to base on engulfing, go ahead with it. You will still make your exploit on engulfing alone. Just follow the pattern and, you know, follow the pattern and the little concept behind it. When you practice, you will see more this into to trade it, more ideas. So I'll be able to show you so many ways here. This is higher time frame zone. Then you go to a lower time frame to see another, you know, another pattern like that. Sideways, impulse, another sideway within the zone, final engulfing, then you tap into it will give you your entry point. I'll give you your entry point. Then flip engulfing. When engulfing fails, flip engulfing. When it fails, that's a breakout. If you have engulfing like this, you know this is a bullish engulfing. So it's another pattern of another type of engulfing according to those guys. They call it a failed engulfing. I'm saying my own is flipped. You flip it. So when this is a bullish engulfing, right? Price is supposed to tap into this place and move higher. But whenever it breaks through it and you have a body that close below the low of it, that's telling you that it has been taken out. The engulfing has been failed, right? Then you look for price to do what? To retest. You mark this place out, what we call a breaker, that breaker block, or you mark this place out. You go to tap into this. You mark this place out. This engulfing, you mark it out. So price will tap back into that zone. You use the zone as your what? As your entry point. Stop loss above the zone. Then put your sell limits below the DC sell limit. Then if this is, for example, this is for buy now. Once this bearish engulfing fails, it broke it out, right? You don't enter at the breakout, please. I'm not saying don't rush to enter at the breakout and say, because I tell you, once the instant fail, turn to resistance, you are selling. Always wait for a confirmation. Wait for a confirmation, because sometimes price can still move and start going higher, or you could still go deep before it will start coming down again. Price is dynamic, so trade based on probability. So when you see this, you mark this place out as your what? As your DC. So this one has not turned to what? A new bullish engulfing. Price will tap back into it, and because this place has failed, the previous ones have failed. This new one, which is new bullish engulfing pattern, price will tap back to it. You know, I told you that you must have At the top here, you must locate what? You must identify your sideways. Then it's coming back. You identify another sideways within this zone. Then at the end of that, within that sideways, you get your new engulfing pattern. Then price tab is to it. Then you move higher. In this place too, notice a new bearish engulfing. Anything from here to this place represents bearish engulfing that take out this candlestick, right? So this no longer valid. This becomes valid. This one becomes valid. So if somebody tell you that this one is an engulfing, because the entirety of this candle here does not have white, does not have bullish. So it covers up the body. See, the body contains within these three candles. It's an engulfing. You understand? It's an engulfing. That is a price injection. Engulfing is simply price injection. Don't be carried away by say, oh, it's only one candlestick. No, it could be three, it could be four. You understand? As long as it takes out, it consumes the entire body of this thing, it's an engulfing. So price will come back into that, tap into any area within this zone, then comes down. Yeah. So I still do more examples, how to understand it. So that's engulfing for you. I'll show you this thing, please. See, I've shown you the entry pattern. I've shown you the entry pattern. I'll show you the setup, what you need to see in the setup, then what you need to see in before you enter, what you need to confirm. I've shown it to you. Yeah. For example, like this place now. This place, tab this place out. Wow. You see this? This one does not have a sideways. But maybe probably if you go to a 4 hours, if you go to 4 hours, you get a sideways. You get a sideways. Let's take this up. I don't know why this is not so you go to 4. See, you tap into it, right? You want to go to 4 hours to see another engulfing that will give you your stop. Another engulfing that will give you that entry pattern. Because you don't use daily time frame to enter. Wow, that's powerful. Wow. You see this? You see the sideways? You see the sideways? Thank you. So anyway, because of time. This is a sideways. Can you see the range? This is an impulse. Big move. Sideways. Another move into the zone. And what happens there? You have a engulfing. A new engulfing within the zone, within this daily zone of engulfing, right? Then you have your DC here. You have your new stop. So it is this one you are going to use now for what? For your this is why I tell you that you should not use long. Yeah, you see this one now. It's a long range body. So what are you going to do? You do your DC like this. You just half it. So you target the next low. You half it. Yeah. So you're going to target the half will be what? You'll be your entry point. You can do the half, then put your stop loss above here. So that when this price tap into it, it hits your DC, then your stop loss will be. Connection is gone. Oh shit. My connection is trying to fade out. That's come back. Okay, that's come back. So you can see the DC here. So that's how to trade the engulfing low. Here we never even use SNR. Don't focus on this first. Because the guy does not use trade with King Sofan does not use SNR. He only uses Engulfing low, engulfing. It doesn't use trend line, doesn't use SNR. He only uses engulfing. He doesn't use this at all. Yeah. And I asked him, he said he doesn't have even EA, he doesn't have a report, he doesn't have this. I think it costs about two. No, the guy agreed $260. He said, but no Zoom meeting. Yeah, this is another one here. Can you see this? This is another one. Now I told you I should not use your this. You just have to be very, very smart. That's what trading is all about. Be smart. You can imagine if you want to use the entirety of this place now. You can imagine, though it still comes to this, but here, so you have to refine it. This is the sideways, but this is here. We have a sideways here, right? We have a sideways. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, the range. Then you have this, but this price does not tap into. If you go lower, probably let's circle it out. Let's go to like 4 hours or 1 hour. Okay. So because we refine it now, we'll be able to get a very comfortable this in here. Can you see that? A very comfortable. So when you refine it here, before you get to this place, you must have refined it lower to get this engulfing here, this new engulfing here. Can you see it? This is the one that engulfs it. You mark it out. You mark it out. Oh my God. Very, very powerful. Very, 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 very long. Very, very interesting. Okay, too much. That red color too much. Let me do this. You can imagine, see what you get. See what you get. Instead of failing out on that, that's why you need to refine your chart. Almost about just I think that's a 132 pips. 132 pips or thereabout. Yeah. So then you can imagine the difference. If you wanted to use, you will have failed out of this and you'll be like, we're scared about this is too much. You can still refine it lower. You can still refine it lower. I'm just teaching you chart refinement. I'm just teaching you that now. You can still refine it lower to get more comfortable entry. Maybe like take it like maybe 1 hour lower. Lower. It's going to be far back up. You have missed it. Yeah. Okay, anyway, because of our time, if you refine it lower, you get more engulfing within. That's what I wanted to show you. That is the basis of it. You get more low range engulfing within that higher time frame. Within that higher time frame, you get more this in there. So that will give you a very comfortable entry point. Yeah, instead of using the entire range to enter. I want to check the date of that this thing. Just want to show you the date. This is how to refine your chart. Okay, this is I think the internet is slow for that to go. That's April 22, 2nd of April 22. Internet is slow. So that's how to That's how to refine your charts. So we go quickly to April 22. Go quickly to trend line. Okay. April 22. It's going to go far off. So you can use the one that is closer instead of wasting our time on that. So you can use the one that is closer to do that. So you grab the concept I'm trying to tell you now, so that you don't just miss out on big opportunities. Also that it could be scary to enter such a trade, but just take a 2 time frame lower and refine your this thing to get more this in there. Like for example, this place now, like for example, this place now, if you want to do this place now, for example, if this is an engulfing, right? But it doesn't have in a daily time frame here, you don't have, there is no this thing, right? Except this one. To have another, let's do this one. You see, this is a range. I tap into this engulfing this. That if I want to refine this now to more comfortable this thing, what I will do, I would go two times frame lower, which is either 2 hours or 4 hours. Go to time frame lower and be able to see more option. Yeah, more option. So you can imagine. Now this is one. You have one here. If you miss out on that, you look out for another this again. If you fail, maybe you miss the first one. This one, then pass tap into it. This is a failed engulfing. It has been swapped. Press move back into it. So you can use different this thing. Don't forget, don't base on your this. You can see different type of engulfing. The failed or gap like this place now. This should be a hidden engulfing. This place should be a hidden engulfing. This place, where price tap into it. So this should be a hidden engulfing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I want to take it lower to see how that place look like. That is June 33, June 23. Let's take it to 1 hour. Washington can cover up with the trend line of chocolate. You don't wait for the manner, please. Wow, can you see it now? Price tap into it. Yeah. Yeah, give you another this here. Right, that's why price tap into this place here. Within the higher time frame DC. As long as it stay within the higher time frame zone. So and you can imagine what you have here again. You have this very low risk entry stuff. I'm running out of time. Just now, 45 minutes has come. This well. You can imagine the this thing you are using here. You can imagine the this thing you are using here to tap into this thing now. Almost about just about 27 pips. If you still take it 30 minutes, you will still get more. Your system will be reducing lower. It will be reducing lower. In the same spot, you can refine it to, if you want to scalp it. But if you are comfortable with it, you can just go leave it like that, 26 or 25 pips. And just leave it like that and tap it to your distance. You can imagine this is good. You can imagine the big move. The big move here, from here to, So let's quickly, I'm having less than 9 minutes. So that's engulfing. You can use engulfing alone. It doesn't have much, to me here, it doesn't have much complication. It's just engulfing a zone. Identify a zone. I put everything in the manual. Maybe later we share that. Please. just only you are going just to go to let me pay your mind ahead of that. Nothing is just to appreciate the sleepless night and the stress and the time and energy to couple this together for you. So we go straight to the trend line, 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 trend line. Okay. Yeah, trend line. What is trend line? Trend line is simply, the line that map out the trend. Yeah. So according to the DC people here, you have different type of trend lines. We have different type of trend line. If you don't, you can still go to YouTube and watch those videos. I've shown you different types we have in trend line. We have the reversal pattern, then we have the continuation pattern of trend line. Then somebody was asking that somebody was asking how to read the trend line. Just come here, come under this place, go to your extended, you tap into it, extended. Just come here, you adjust, extend right, extend the right line, right? You don't choose a left line. If you choose left line, you extend backward. So you only choose extend right line. Price range, you may not need to put price range. You may not need to put it. Change in pips, you may not need all these ones. You may not need the distance. You can do the distance. You can do distance. So once you just put everything, you can see what I've chosen here. This is the most important one because it will extend, because you're going to use it to draw forward across the DC. So you just click OK. That's all. That's all. You can see it. So that when you want to use it, trend line, you map the. You use your trend line to do what? You use your trend line to map out the SNR. If you want to see it clearly, you go to your line chart and see SNR. Then you use your trend line to map like, for example, this place now. That's middle point. No, I didn't put that, sorry. Because it's supposed to be 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. According to those guys. Yeah. So you use your trend line to map out the SNR. So that when price tap into it, first, second, third. When price tap into it, you will know exactly. Can imagine like this, come down. Wow, that's great. So I can do 2 or 3 and see where. Wow. You see, it comes down. You map it out. You map out the DC. Now, these guys, what's it called? Arif and this guy agree on one point that if you map out your stuff, your trend line, like for example, this place now, this place, this one here, right? Can you see it? It's. Can you see it? Now, it's saying that you must identify an SNR above it. But to me, I don't. You miss out on many opportunities. So above it, that you don't trade line below it. I mean, trade an SNR below it. It's saying above it, but this place is still okay. It's still at the same point. It intersects with the trend line. It's intersection I'm looking for. As long as it intersects with the trend line, at that point of intersection is what I'm going to take my trade. Right? You have this. You have many distances there that intersect in the same line. So this one falls lower, but this one falls at the same place, right? With trend line. And again, as long as we have this, we have another one that this thing falls above, become fresh here, then this one tap into it, become fresh. Now, the last one here, if you watch very carefully, you see that the last one here tap into this intersection. That is what those guys did. And again, if you are going to use your engulfing as a confirmation, you know, this guy say you must have engulfing at the second and third point. You must have an engulfing. And again, the engulfing, the second engulfing must do what? Must have a BMS. Must have a BMS. Here's my BMS. Must grab liquidity. Oh, shit. That's what this guy said. This guy, Alchemist, yeah. If you watch his video, yeah, this is a BMS. As long as you have this rules, this condition met, there's an SNR that connects it. There is a BMS, right? A liquidity sweep. The third point must grab liquidity. That's what it says, so that it will come down, it will fall down. So continue from Monday now. I believe this thing will go down. It's going down. I'm thinking, because this is one. I'm just giving you another good trade view. This is a fresh level. So I'm seeing this thing coming down to this level here. To this level here. It may kind of it may first of all probably tap into this, because I'm seeing a kind of maybe the kind of this thing here, right? Or maybe probably comes to this fresh, this another fresh level. But the most important thing is down. Is down. I don't see it moving higher again, because this place has been tapped. Wow, see this powerful engulfing here. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh boy. See the powerful engulfing there. So that's trend line. That is trend line. That's trend line. Then another way to draw trend line, your trend line, divergence. We have what they call the trend line divergence. We have what we call trend. My time is up. Oh God, help me. Maybe if you get another time. I don't know. Trend line divergence. What do we mean by trend line divergence? Trend line divergence is simply when you have your trend line upward like this. Then there is an SNR where you have the third point. Where you have the top point or second point, SNR that comes from a higher time frame stuff, SNR. It comes like this, cut it, and I cut the two. Cut the two. You have something like this. You have your SNR like this. Wow. Yeah. So this is what we call a kind of a divergence. While the trailer was moving higher, then this one comes down. As long as you have your DC here, the third point must be your DC here. So this place will be a wick that tap into a particular this in the past, a higher time frame or SNR. So that once you see the wick with a withdrawal, this place, you enter